With me tonight is Mark Bowden. You are a body language expert, and that is one of the subtleties of a debate, that one of the things that observers look for to see how that might register with the electorate. You saw the debate. You saw the four leaders and how they presented themselves. What did you think?
Yeah, so first of all, looking at Stephen Harper, what we saw was good, symmetrical body language.
Prime ministerial kind of?
Absolutely.
Okay.
If you're looking for that prime minister, you've got this symmetrical body language there, very still, very ordered in his body language. There he is again, completely symmetrical. So if you're out there and you're looking for a prime minister and you may be thinking of changing your vote or not changing your vote, this is who you might go for.
Because you thought this is the guy who has it most together and is presenting the facts carefully.
Absolutely. Well, he's a past master at this. He's been doing it longer. Look how still he is here, even when looking at one of his adversaries. So he's calm, assertive, still. That's the kind of prime minister people may well be looking for.
What other observations do you have?
Well, let's look at Trudeau. So again, good, symmetrical, but you'll notice he's talking a lot faster. So he's maybe talking at about 140 words per minute.
And gesticulating.
Absolutely, and it's not as certain and as sure. And so it's a lot more difficult to kind of watch him and get a gauge of him. So is he calm and assertive? Well, possibly not as much as Harper. So again, if you're looking for that prime ministerial figure, he's got some of it, but he's a little bit too fast to be followed and a little bit too maybe agitated at
You're
times.
thinking the gestures are taking away from what he's trying to do?
Well, absolutely. If they're not symmetrical and if they're agitated like this, it's a lot more difficult to key into what he's saying. The message may be missed slightly.
Two other leaders were there tonight. Who else did you look at and analyze?
Well, let's take a look at May. If she's the foil there to this kind of three-party debate happening here, she's a little more muddled. Even at the start of the debate, she's messing around the papers. She's got her hair, the glasses. It's a lot more confused, essentially. And this maybe is about the way she's dressed at times, but it's more difficult to get into the eyes because of the glasses. The earrings here bring attention. The jewelry here, the badges here bring attention. And so it's difficult to focus on the eyes and the mouth, which is where we read for that trust. So maybe a great performance in the politics, but in terms of being able to read her and trust her, it's more difficult for anybody who might have a swing vote, don't quite know who they want to vote for.
Okay. And Thomas Mulcair, the NDP leader.
Of course, Mulcair. So, you know, interesting with him, probably the most interesting performance there. Suppressive gestures from in there you're seeing. Also, at times, you've got this dramatic face that happens, the big eyebrows, the eyes that come out, and suppressive gestures again. Twists in the body at times that make him look kind of cynical at times, a bit kind of negative.
You say the word cynical, and that actually came to mind at one point. I thought he was trying to be over the top with his sincerity.
Absolutely, and then at times here you get that kind of pursed lips, sucking a lemon kind of gesture of sourness. So maybe a bit negative again for the swing voter who's going, if I don't want Stephen Harper as my prime minister, where's calm and assertive and positive? Would they really go to him? Maybe not.
Mark Bowden, thank you very much for your input tonight. Some interesting observations. You're the body language expert, and you did well tonight.
Thanks, good.